Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Alright, it's that time of the week. It's time for the Undervalued Keys Show! Alright guys, now this week, before we do get dived into that, I do want to let you know, it's right here. I do want to let you guys know about the 600 subscriber giveaway. When we hit 600 subscribers, we'll be giving this book away. It's a Marvel #1 variant. All you have to do is like the video, comment down below, and be subscribed to the channel. That'll give you a chance to win. Now, as you can see here off to the left, the undervalued key this week is going to be a personal favorite of mine. I don't know if there's really a whole lot of spec potential in this book, but it's one of these cool foils from the 90s, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it. And it's a really reasonably priced 9.8. And so it's one of those, sometimes under $50 9.8s, especially if you find it in person at one of your local LCSs or something like that. As always, we'll go into numbers and everything like that. So I do want to point out here, so it is the first appearance of a bunch of characters. So the undervalued key this week is this book here, and yeah, I've got two 9.8s. It's X-Men 2099 #1, Marvel Comics 10 of 1993. It's got a bunch of first appearances. The leader of the team is Desert Ghost, and he has one hand that if he touches you, he can like destroy all your cells and your molecular your molecular makeup. And his other hand heals all molecules. So he's got one hand that destroys and one hand that heals. It's kind of a cool mutant. And he is this guy right here on the cover, wearing the hat and turban. And then the next guy I want to talk about, I'm kind of going to talk about the characters a little bit. The next guy I want to talk about is Skullfire, and he was my favorite. He's sort of the standout, everyone's favorite, I think. He's there in the center with kind of the white face paint, and he has very similar to Gambit powers, with the exception, it's like Gambit's powers mixed with Bishop, where he can absorb other people's energy like Bishop can, and then he can redirect that with his hands. And then we have Metalhead, and he's right there, and he's honestly a Colossus ripoff, but he's super cool and fun. And then we've got Bloodhawk up here. Bloodhawk's kind of this sort of a dragon type human character with wings. Reminds me of a gargoyle in a way. He was super cool too. One of those mutants that's so heavily disfigured by their turning into their mutant selves, that he was outcast from society, and so he actually has a very sympathetic story, and he was really easy to like too. And then Mean Streak, who is this character right here running real fast, he is basically a Flash ripoff, or if you want to use X-Men characters, he's Quicksilver. So he's just he's a mutant whose superpower is super speed. And I brought this other book out so I could kind of point out some of the characters so you could see a little bit of what they looked like. And it's the first appearance of all those characters in this book. It also did spawn a line of action figures in the 90s. It was pretty popular. A lot of people remembered it. It only lasted 35 issues though, so not very long, about 3 years. Let's talk about some sales data. You can pick this book up in the raw. Like I've always said, you don't have to get graded copies like I usually have on the show, but you can find these books out in the raw, and I definitely have at least one raw copy of this book right now. And you can find them in the dollar bins. It's where a lot of times I find these. But yeah, I saw sales from $1 to $10. So not a very expensive book at all. Definitely one you can check your local LCS if you think, hey, that's kind of cool. Cool foil, bunch of first appearances. Who knows? Super speculative. But it's one of these ones where I'm shouted out because, as you guys, if you know me, I love 2099. Never had this on the show. I thought I would talk a little bit about it. Now, honestly, there are not that many CGC copies out there. There's only 462 copies, with 222 of those in a 9.8, 113 in a 9.6, 56 in a 9.4. I'm actually only going to cover a 9.8 sales data with this one. Obviously, you can check it out in the lower grades, but it's really not that expensive of a book, and yeah, there was sales data definitely, and there was a sale, a couple sales in December for $100. So, maybe Christmas present, something like that. I'm not quite sure. We do see before December though, a low sale for $41. And within January, we've had 2 sales at around $50 to $70. I personally feel like this is a book that if you could pick it up for $50, that's awesome. A great deal. If you can find a $50 9.8 of it, that's cool. Because that's about what I think it's worth. I'm not sure. Maybe 60, not too much more. You know what I'm saying? But so if you're looking at a low price point, fun X-Men key with a bunch of first appearances in it, that's got some cool 90s foil goodness, that's what I have today, guys. X-Men 2099 is my undervalued key of the week. As always, I hope you guys enjoy the show. We'll see you guys next time, and have a great day.